this is Cindy Vandover. I'm a marine scientist on board the icebreaker Lawrence M. Gould in the Southern Ocean. My colleagues on board this ship are among the world's experts in the ecology of the Antarctic marine environment. The long-term nature of their research program allows them to study the consequences of a warming climate on this polar ecosystem. Dr. Hugh Ducklow of the Virginia Institute of Marine Science describes the situation.
In the past 25 years, the mean annual temperature down here has increased by about 3 degrees centigrade. And it's one of the fastest rates of increase on the planet.
How does this temperature increase affect the marine ecosystem in this region? Dr. Bill Fraser of the Polar Oceans Research Group has worked on the Antarctic Peninsula since the mid-1970s. I asked him how he perceives this climate change.
When we began working here, it rarely rained. It seemed like it was always cold, and you could always count on sea ice. Now, sea ice is the rare event.
What's in store for the future? Hugh Ducklow.
We anticipate that it's going to keep warming, and it's very hard to predict how the ecosystem is going to respond. That's really the primary focus of our work.
Scientists view the rapid climate regime shift of the Antarctic Peninsula as a natural experiment. All of the evidence to date suggests that the seasonal occurrence of sea ice is pivotal to the marine ecosystem that exists in this region today. What if the sea ice disappears altogether from this area? Bill Fraser.
Sea ice going away means a drastic and probably negative drop in production.
Without sea ice, there is no cache of ice algae that can grow in the dim light of winter, and no rich source of seed diatoms and algae to promote the marginal ice edge bloom. Also, without sea ice, there's no stable water layer to hold the algae and diatoms in the upper sunlit waters during the springtime. Can krill survive without sea ice? Dr. Langdon Queaton of the University of California in Santa Barbara and chief scientist on this expedition is a krill expert. Here's his view.
Krill are very plastic animals. They can feed on the bottom, they can feed in the water column, they can feed on animal matter, they can feed on plant matter. As things change, I don't think that their ability to acquire food, at least for the adults, will be at issue.
But what about krill larvae? During the wintertime, they appear to depend on the microscopic diatoms and algae that live on the undersurfaces of sea ice.
If the larvae don't have some food source in the winter, then the species will be in trouble.
And as the climate warms and the sea ice goes away, what happens to the Adelie penguins that use the sea ice as a winter habitat? Bill Fraser.
Climate warming leads to less sea ice, to less Adelie penguins, to more chin straps because there's more open water.
With rapid climate change happening now in the region of the Antarctic Peninsula, it is important to document the concurrent changes in the structure and function of the marine ecosystem. Langdon Queaton.
I think it behooves us to look at this environment in terms of how it's changing, why it's changing, and it might be that we can use that to anticipate changes that we might experience ourselves further down the line.